was like, can I ask Colorado?
Yeah, I remember. I actually, salute you. Getting out is one thing. You need to also stay away.
Till this day, I still regret.
I bet that was the beginning of the end.
That's what we did. We're like, okay, this is nice.
Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine, going up, need no decline. Money line, I'ma run it every time.
What's up, besties, and welcome back to another episode of Love and Money Talks, a space where we share real life stories about money matters in relationships. Now, today's episode is going to be a super exciting one. I'm going to be sitting with an OG bestie, Baboneng Masemola. She prefers to be called Bonnie. We've worked so hard in this space to make money not such a taboo topic, and I think it's about time we move past that step or take one step further to say, yes, we have spoken about money. Yes, I am trying to bring up the topic about money, but now I'm stuck in this position where, I show up as thriving and overachieving when in fact I'm drowning in debt. And how do I ask for help? And we want to start now making being in debt not such a taboo thing. Talk about it, ask for help, talk to the bank or whoever you're owing money, and try to come up with plans that work not just for you, but also for your family in this journey of getting out of that debt. And without any further ado, let's bring Bonnie and let's get into it. Bonnie, welcome and thank you for taking the time to be here. I'm actually very excited to hear your story.
Thank you so much.
But before we get there, can you just introduce yourself to the besties? Let them know who you are, where they can find you, all the fun stuff.
Okay. My name is Baboneng, but most of the people call me Bonnie. I'm married. I have a 2-year-old turning 3 toddler.
Oh, that's nice. Yes. So you must be a really busy mom.
Yes, a busy one. Yeah. I'm a teacher. I studied early childhood development teaching, grade R. At UNISA. So
Oh, that's nice. And how are you finding it? I'm usually super excited. Every Monday morning, I'm like, taking the kids to school, all the fun stuff. Yeah, how are you finding it?
They're nice. I mean, I really love kids. I won't lie. I love kids so much. I think it's because of my experience. I've lost kids before, and then I started having like this thing of loving other kids, other people's kids, and that thing just grew in me.
Oh, I'm sorry about your loss.
No, don't worry.
You mentioned that you have a husband. So how did you guys meet? How long have you guys been married?
We've been married for 5 years, and then we've been together for 13 years.
13?
Yes, 13.
Wow.
He's my high school sweetheart.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. I love high school relationships just turning into marriage and then kids and then families. It's always lovely. I love that. Well, let's get to the nitty-gritty of this stuff. In season 1, so we spoke about, being married and money.
Okay.
But what I want us to focus on, though, is the debt part of it all, because yes, money is such a taboo subject and nobody talks about money as they should or as much as they should.
True.
In the same breath, nobody talks about being in debt.
Yes, they don't.
Yeah, it's always like you see me achieving, you see me,
you're like,
drip is forever, and you show up at your best, your best self, and nobody really knows what goes on.
Sure.
So in you and your husband's marriage, have you guys been in debt, and how was that process and the journey for you guys?
We were hectic. We were very hectic. So I started working 2017. Got a job as an aftercare teacher, and then he wasn't working at that time.
Okay.
Yes. So when he wasn't working, he was still looking for a job, and then we could afford. Hey, funny enough, one salary, but we could afford. And then he got a job in 2018. So I would pay the rent, buy food with my salary. After getting a job, we're like, babe, you know what? It's just the two of us. How about we get because we were working at the same place.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, we were working at the same place, and then we were like, how about we get a mode of transport, like a car, like a small car. At the time, we saw like a quid. How about we go and apply for that one? Because we thought, okay, because since I was the one that started working, and then I've been working for a long time, let me go and apply. Because I was on zero, I didn't have any scholar or anything, So I went to Renal, and the lady was like, okay, can I have your documents? I gave it to her, and then she called me. She's like, look, Bonnie, you qualify for a car. But the thing is, you need a huge deposit, like 20,000 or 20-something grand. And at the time, I didn't have that, you know. So she said to me, it's either you give the huge deposit or you wait, go and open up another, another credit. right? Go and open up another credit so that you can build up your credit record, and then in 3 months you can apply. You'll have your car.
I bet that was the beginning of the end.
That's what we did. We're like, okay, this is nice. So luckily my husband got a job then.
Yeah.
And then we sat down like, babe, what do we do? Okay, we looked around the house. We're like, okay, what do we need? We have a small TV. How about we go to Bez and apply for like a credit? And then my husband was like, okay, I'll go apply, so that I can go apply for the car, right? So he applied, we got the TV 55-inch.
Oh, nice.
The beginning. After that, we paid the TV, like they were deducting nicely. Then we moved from where we were staying. It was like a 1-bedroom. We were like, no, let's move.
To a bigger place.
Yes.
Oh,
a 2-bedroom. It will be nice, you know, for us.
And more expensive.
The worst experience. Like, till this day, I still regret. Because where we were staying, it was like a 1-bedroom. It wasn't a lot of money, you know, that we used to pay for rent. Like electricity-wise, it was reasonable. Water, reasonable. But where we moved, you had to pay key deposit, this and that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was a lot of things that we needed to pay. And we thought we had it figured out. So we got the TV, we moved into a bigger place. First installment went by. Second one, third one, the fourth one. We're like, no.
Yeah.
It's too much. Like we cannot handle. And for some reason it changed, because they told us it would be a certain amount, but then as time goes by,
all these other hidden fees start coming out.
They're coming out, and we're like, what's going on? And then now we in that bigger place, we cannot afford.
You've already signed the lease.
You see, so it was just a problem, you know. So I remember this Saturday we didn't have anything. We're like, babe, we don't have money to go to work tomorrow. What do we do? My husband was like, okay, let me go to the bank and reverse the money.
Yo.
Like, okay, can we do that?
Yeah.
He said, yes.
Yeah, you can.
I was like, okay, go.
You can. If it's a debit order, you can.
Yeah.
We're not encouraging you guys.
Yeah,
We're
don't,
just saying
don't.
you can.
Yeah.
So did you guys get the car then?
No, we didn't. Yeah, we're still paying for the TV. Yeah, so that we can build up the credit record. So what happened was he went and reversed first payment. It was nice. Oh, the 900 rand is back now to the account. Not knowing that if you don't pay, it builds up.
Yeah.
So there's more interest.
Yes.
We got a call. Hi, you missed your first payment. What is going on? And my husband was like, I'll pay next month. It will be double. Next month, they deducted double, went and reversed. So it became a habit. It was just a mess.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We then started to borrow money from people. Hi, can you please, like loan sharks, do you know loan sharks?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so there was
those
this
are the
other guy.
worst. Yeah.
Trust me, there was this other guy. We used to say, can you please borrow us 300 rand? So every 100 rand will come with a 50 rand.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is insane. That's 50%
Yes.
interest.
Yes. So we would borrow 300
Yeah.
and then would give it back month end. Next month it wouldn't be 300. Would say give us 500. Bring it back. It came to a point where we borrowed and we no longer bring it back the 500. We just pay the interest. So it will pile up and pile up.
And in that time, did you guys then go back to your landlord to say, look, this we're not surviving. We can't handle this anymore.
Yes.
Did they help you?
No. The landlord said, I'm here. I also need money for my family, so you guys need to move. And I was like, okay. And at the time, we honestly we couldn't afford to pay rent.
Yeah.
We couldn't. Sometimes we wouldn't even have like electricity.
So you mean to tell me that you guys went and got this TV and this bigger place, and it was essentially a nightmare.
It was a nightmare. Like it was a nightmare that I'll never forget. But yeah.
Did you have any other debt over and above that?
This is what happened, right?
Yeah.
So 3 months after my husband got the TV, I went and applied at Vodacom.
Okay.
Because we were so much starting to get into debt. Vodacom had this special where you buy a phone and you get another one free. This is what we did. I got the 2 phones.
Yeah.
And then I took the other one. I went to I sold it. Cash Crusaders. Cash I sold the other one and kept the other one. Thinking that if I sell this one, we'll be able to pay off the debt for the TV.
Yeah.
But
it didn't.
It didn't. It was worse. Vodacom needed their money at the end of the month, their 500 rand. There was nothing inside the account.
And the TV still needed to be paid, and then the accommodation still needed to be paid.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was horrible. And then loan shark.
And then the loan shark.
Yeah.
Did you guys get any debt from the banks, like personal loans, overdraft?
I did overdraft. I had an Absa overdraft for I think 8,000 something. Yeah, I went and got an overdraft at Absa. Also, I couldn't pay it anymore. You know, our biggest debt was owing somebody money from like the loan shark.
Yeah.
Because we ended up taking 22,000 from him.
Wow.
Yes, and we couldn't pay it back. And that guy was like,
Those guys are relentless.
Yes.
They don't have. Well, I think that's just the design of their business model. They don't have any empathy. It's my money and you must give back my money.
I need it. I borrowed you, give it back, you know. And then my husband went and made a loan at Capitec. They gave him, we were excited. You know, the thing about me, my problem back then is I like nice things.
Yeah. Oh, the soft life will be the death of us, I'm telling you.
I like I promise, like, if I can just get 100 rand, I'll think of, no, I think I need something to eat nice. Like, can we go somewhere to eat, you know? So that was our problem.
So when he got the loan from Capitec, did you guys stay focused and say, okay, we have this loan.
Yeah.
We got it because we want to do this.
Yeah.
And did you do that?
No.
I don't mean to laugh. I
know, right? We didn't.
I like that it's a real life story,
It
you know?
is.
It's just one of those things where it's one thing after another, and every move you make, you convince yourself that it's going to be better. It's going to make things okay.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't.
It doesn't. It actually becomes worse.
So what did you guys do? So you got this personal loan and then what?
We got the personal loan and we tried to pay the guy now, the loan shark.
Yeah.
It was still not enough, but we tried. We actually sat down with the guy and said, listen, we're really struggling. Can we give you a certain amount and then we'll just pay you as time goes, you know? So we'll give you the 22,000. We know that the 22,000 comes with interest. Can we give you the 22,000 and we'll give you the interest
over time,
bit by bit, you know? He agreed, thank God, but we still struggled. I fell pregnant 2020, COVID time.
Oh, yeah, those were trying times.
Yeah, COVID time, I fell pregnant and it was actually like a blessing, to be quite honest, because we were getting our salaries, but we were not going to work, so we'd still stay home. Instead of me thinking, okay, let's try and clear out things, but we didn't. You know, we're like, we still get our salaries and we're home. For nothing, you know? I gave birth in October. November, we sat down, we're like, look, what do we do? Do I resign from work, withdraw my pensions, pay all these debts, then while you work alone? And my husband said, are you sure? And I said, yes. Let me resign, and then we'll get my pensions. We'll pay all the debts, everything, Capitec, you name it.
Close them off. Yeah.
My husband said, okay, do it. Put down my resignation. I'm gone. I think in January, February 2021, I got my pensions. We were excited. We're like, I think it was over 80 something thousand rand.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, babe, what do we do? Do we pay off Capitec?
It's the fact that you're questioning it. Like, should we?
Should we pay it off? You think?
You
it's worth it?
Yeah.
Should we? No.
Should we rather not?
No.
So many things you can do. I mean, can you imagine all the fun things you could do with the money?
We didn't. Onlaratu, we didn't. Even today, I don't remember what I did with that money. I really don't remember. And the struggle went on now because I think it was even finished within 6 weeks or 2 weeks.
Wow.
No, not 2 weeks, 2 months. Yeah. So it was horrible.
You got your pension money, didn't pay off anything.
Nothing. Even the Vodacom one, nothing. Zero.
But you can't remember what you did with the
I
money.
don't remember. Like, I won't lie. I don't even remember. I know I bought my son clothes. I maybe bought something for but something with debts. No,
Nothing. And it's sad to say he probably doesn't fit in those clothes anymore.
Right.
Yeah, the debt is still like.
I remember when I wrote down a list. I'm like, okay, we're going to pay Capitec. We're going to do this. We're going to do that, but we didn't.
Yeah. You know, as I'm talking to you and as I'm listening to you actually say this, you remind me of mine and Dizzy Basil's episode where we spoke about getting out of debt and how we said you have to commit.
Yeah.
It's hard.
True.
It's very hard to actually get money and let go of money immediately to something that doesn't necessarily give you anything back now, but it's
Yeah.
giving you something back for the future.
That's true.
So I completely understand you when you say, you know, you got your pension money and you're like, should we? Like,
Yeah, should we
do
not?
we have to pay them?
Yeah,
And you didn't pay them. It's not because you guys were not being smart about the situation. It was just a natural thing that every human being goes through. You sort of contemplate it. You make the decision and you're like, this is what I'm going to do. This month I'm paying off my iPhone contract.
Yeah.
And then month end comes and you're like, oh, what I would do for Willie's Cafe
Exactly.
lunch. And then it takes one thing. You go to Willie's Cafe once and you come back with a shopping trolley
True.
of like
That's
8,000.
true, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, maybe next month.
Yeah.
Before you know it, the money is
It's
gone.
gone. Yeah, there's nothing.
And like you're saying, you can't even point to one thing to say, oh, we got a dishwasher. At least we got a
Yes.
dishwasher.
Yeah.
So now, what did you guys do? So you blew through your pension. The debt is still there. You're obviously not working now because you resigned from
Exactly,
work.
yeah.
Then what did you guys do?
It was a disaster. Do you know what they say a disaster is? Yeah. Then we went to that guy. We paid that guy.
The loan shark
The
guy.
loan shark.
No.
We said, please, can you help us?
Yeah.
Because at the time, there was a time where my husband didn't have like money to even go to work. We didn't have money for milk, nappies. Oh, it was a disaster. I remember we had medical aid and then they would deduct, we go and reverse. It was our culture. It was, we went to the bank, we reversed. It wasn't nice, you know? So time went by, they suspended our medical aid. We're like, it's fine, we'll pay it off.
Yeah.
After they suspended the medical aid, I didn't know, I just felt sick. I started bleeding. I had to be rushed to the hospital. When they got there, they said, no, you're having an ectopic pregnancy. So we need to take out your tube, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And now we need to pay the medical aid so that I can be admitted at the private hospital. I didn't have any money. I remember I went through my phone. I was like, who can I ask on Instagram? I need this, like I'm dying, you know? And I was like, can I ask Colorado?
Yeah, I remember she sent me the message.
Yeah.
And at the time, I'm reading through your message,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm just like, look, I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
A lot of people ask me for money on Instagram. A lot of people.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are not truthful on
that's
Instagram,
true. Yeah.
unfortunately. And I used to give.
Oh, really?
I did. I used to give because I'm like, okay, they need it. And sometimes I would say, you know, people would come with I have a baby, I don't have nappies, this, that, the other thing. And I would say, okay, fine, give me your address. I'll get your nappies and take a lot.
Yeah.
And I'll have them shipped to you.
Yes.
And then it would be, no, actually, this, that, the other thing. So when you sent your message, I was just like,
It's one of those.
it's one of those.
Yeah.
And I remember telling Dizzy about it. I'm like, what do I do? I feel so conflicted. Every fiber in me wants to help, but at the same time.
Yeah.
And he was just like, just follow your gut, do what you think is going to be right. But how did you get out of that situation? Like, what did you end up doing?
The medical aid now needed, I think, 7,000 to 8,000 rand so that they can reopen the medical aid so that I can be admitted.
Yeah.
So we had to sell some of the stuff at home. I had to ask some of my friends for money, some of my family members. We gathered the money and then we paid.
Yeah.
Then I was admitted at Pretoria East Hospital. Funny enough, the medical aid didn't pay everything.
Of course, medical aid is like
they didn't pay
insurance,
everything.
honestly.
When I got there, they wanted some levy. I didn't even have that levy money. After they've helped with the whole situation of ectopic pregnancy, and then they said I need to pay a certain money, so they kept on sending me messages. So it was debt after debt. So I think Pretoria East, I ended up owing 19,000.
Wow.
Yes. So medical aid only paid a portion.
That's a huge bill.
Yeah, 19,000. I think maybe because we paid so that I can be admitted and then just cut the medical aid. I think that's why they didn't pay some of the bills. I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe. Did you guys reach out to them to find out like what's happening?
No, we were running, like we were actually avoiding their calls.
Oh.
Yeah. So they would say, you owe this much. I'm like, okay, we'd pay. So there was a certain time when they called, like, I don't know that person. Oh, no.
Was it that bad?
Yeah, it was bad because we were like, no, I don't know that person.
Yeah.
It was Bloods people. It wasn't only the hospital.
There's
It was,
always...
empath, this hospital, the doctor. So it was just a lot.
Because everybody has their own thing. Honestly, I know the struggle with the medical aid when Bonolo was born. It took well over a year and I was still fighting with the medical aid.
Really?
Yeah, because they would pay a portion of this and not a full amount here. But I was like, I'm not paying this. You guys need to pay this. They eventually paid because I was like, no, I'm not doing it. Yeah. At first they were like, no, the hospital this. And the hospital was calling me also because also they need their money.
The money, exactly.
You know, so I said, hospital, you deal with medical aid. Medical aid, you deal with hospital.
Exactly.
Because when you all were doing whatever it is, you didn't consult me.
Yeah.
So you figure it out.
Yeah.
Eventually they paid. Maybe try that next time.
Yeah.
If you find yourself in a sticky situation, I always say it's easier to ask the questions over the phone than it is in person.
Yeah.
Because over the phone, like you were able to say, I have no idea who that
person is. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
True,
you
that's
just
true.
ask them the question. Another thing they did when you get admitted and they make you pay for a bed or a room or whatever they call it. And we paid that because Bonolo was born. It was a whole emergency situation, right?
Yeah.
They also said there's nothing we can do until you pay.
Sure.
So while Dizzy went to go pay, I'm now sitting here with the nurse who's like trying to make small talk, you know, just keep me talking. So eventually he did that, but they managed to misplace those funds as well. And they sent us to, what do you call these guys? The one that call you to collect money.
Okay. A debt collector.
Debt collector.
Okay.
And
okay.
they were relentless. They called, when I say every day, I mean like every day. They called like, you owe the hospital. I'm like, I don't owe anybody anything.
Yeah.
They misplaced those funds. They should find it and you guys need to stop calling me.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
eventually, I actually had to call the finance department of the hospital.
Sure.
Call the doctor. Call the reception. It was like a
circle.
what do you call this? A call conference
Oh,
where I
no.
was like, you tell me, I did this, I did that. No, you
Sure,
tell her.
no
No, you tell her. And
ways.
eventually they're like, you're right. Actually, we see the money. I was like, where did you think that money came from?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot happens and it's a lot we don't know about. Because it's debt and it's money, as soon as you get the phone call, you're just like, nope, it's nope, ignore,
True,
it'll
that's
go
true.
away. And
Yeah.
it never does. And more than half the time you find yourself in trouble for something that could very well have been avoided.
That's true.
Getting back to your story now.
Yes.
The medical aid didn't pay everything. Medical aid is like insurance, honestly.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I hope for the best, but expect the worst all the time.
Yes.
So they didn't pay. So now, how did you guys then settle that 19,000? So there's the hospital loan shark. Things are piling up now.
Yes, they're piling up.
Yeah.
We didn't pay. So I remember I said, you know what, I cannot hide away from this debt. Let me go to the hospital. Let me speak to them because it wasn't 19,000 anymore. It went to, I think, to some attorneys, lawyers or something like that.
And they also.
Yeah, they add. So they started now calling me. And then I went to the hospital and I said, look, this is how much I can pay every month. You know, and then they said, okay.
So you started paying that minimum amount.
Yes, that small amount. But eventually, because we were struggling so much, sometimes I would pay, sometimes I wouldn't.
Not. Yeah.
You know, so it
And
was
were they
like-
understanding or
No,
were they like,
they were like, if I skipped a month, they would call me and say, why didn't you pay? And then they wouldn't want any reason. They said, you committed. You know, you made an agreement. Where's our money? You know. So I eventually stopped paying, paid again, stopped. So it was just a back and forth thing.
yeah. How did you, I mean, you're sitting here, you're looking good. In my opinion, I'm assuming you guys managed to turn things around.
Yeah.
How did that happen? How did you move from basically drowning in debt and
Yeah.
running away and denying your own identity on the phone to now, you know, being you again?
My husband was working alone, and then in 2022, he lost his job.
Okay.
It was just the whole thing at work, you know, that needed intervention with CCMA, you know, and stuff like that. He also had his pension money, but they were refusing to give him his pension money because there was like a big case and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't a nice situation.
I can imagine.
But we went to CCMA and I told him, listen, we're not going to stop because these people cannot do this to you.
and
you
they
know?
were counting on you guys stopping. Yeah.
You know, so we never stopped. It was we fought, and then luckily CCMA said to the company, to the school, pay this person. You guys were wrong. This person gave you a sick note. You wanted this person to come to work while he was sick. It's not right.
It's not right.
You
No.
know,
And they can't dispute that you were sick. If the doctor says you were sick, you were sick.
you were sick, right? And it was a specialist on top of that.
That's even
You
worse.
know?
Yeah.
So they said, pay this this person release his pension money. Oh, Olerato. We sat down. We're like, babe, we're not gonna make the same mistake again.
Yes.
We struggled.
Yes.
Remember, we didn't have nappies. The child didn't have milk. We had to beg for money. We had to ask people, I'm not going to do that. Let's start off paying debts little by little. We didn't have a car. The first thing we did, okay, well, we wanted a car for so long.
Yeah.
The first thing we did was to buy a car. We buy cars.
Okay.
Cash.
Great.
We went and bought
Second
a cash.
hands always
Yes,
work.
yeah. We went and bought the car at We Buy Cars, and then we went settled Capitec. Yeah, it was awesome. Like I was so happy, and you know what? It feels like a weight, like
your
it's dropping.
shoulders.
Yes.
Yes,
So we were
it
like,
truly
oh,
does.
thank God. Capitec was settled. Vodacom was settled, but funny enough, with Vodacom, it was a contract, but they said I don't owe that much. It was just a little money that I had to pay. I don't know why, because they said it's been written off.
Oh yes, they do that.
Is
They
it?
don't tell people that they do that. They write off the debt. So if they can't collect it from you after a while, they just like, it's really just pointless trying to go after this person. But if you do go back to them, they might ask you for a small amount to pay.
Yeah.
If they're not necessarily like writing off the debt, they remove the interest, because what kills us with debt is the interest.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the price of whatever it is we're getting. It's the interest that comes with it.
That's true.
Yeah. Sometimes they're just like, actually, we can't even find you here.
Yeah. So I went to Vodacom. They said I should pay a small amount. I think it was like, I remember owing them like 6,000 rand, but they said I should pay like 1.8. I'm like, okay, thank God. We paid the hospital, the bloods as well. We paid everything, you know.
And the TV.
Yeah,
right?
no, the TV, it was also like, they said to my husband, he owes a small amount of money. So he went and paid that small amount. So I was very happy. I'm not going to say that we were fully, like, Ripumuti all the skolot or anything.
Yeah.
There were still some that were left that we felt like we can pay every month. Where we stayed before, we owed like, what is it, water. So we were using water. They didn't cut it off. We just used.
Let you.
Yes.
And then it compounded and compounded.
Yes, but we said, you know what, we'll pay that every month. We promise we'll finish that. I think it was like 4,000 rand.
And how did that feel? So from the minute you got the money?
Amazing.
It
feels amazing. And funny enough, I used to go to the malls, but I told myself, no, I'm not going inside Spur. No.
Yeah. Stay focused.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
If I'm here to buy eggs, I'm here to buy this, and then I'm out. You know, I had to tell myself that I need to be disciplined and I need to be committed, because if I don't stop, I'll keep on asking Olerato for money.
And Olerato is going to mean some. You know what I like about what you just said? The fact that you went through everything, right? From drowning in debt to getting your pension fund, blowing through that.
Yeah.
And then struggling for a while. And then now your husband wins this case and you get the money.
Yeah.
And you guys are like, okay, this is it. This is our second chance, our third chance, let's call it, you know.
Yeah.
I love that you said you go to the mall and you just like, sit back and wait. I need to stay focused. And it's hard.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that was easy.
It was hard. I struggled to have a baby, and then I would go to the mall and my son would be like, Mom, can I have that car? And I'm like, no, not now, you know. So I really had to be like, it's fine for now, you know. It was a learning curve, like a serious one. Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Would you say you guys had to go through all of that for you to actually be here?
Yes, I think so. And I'm grateful that we went through that, because maybe it was going to be worse, you know.
And how was your husband handling the whole situation? I don't imagine that was easy on your marriage.
No, it wasn't. We fought a lot, Olerato, because we didn't have like agreements. He would say, like, Shame, he doesn't talk a lot, you know. So I would say, baby, let's do this, you know. And I think he's also, like, he wants to please me, you know. So if he has his last 200 rand and I say, let's go buy McDonald's, he'd do it.
Just like, let's go.
You see? But I could see, no, man, I think I'm the one that's killing this marriage.
Yeah.
Let me stop. Let me be disciplined. And
yeah, it's actually profound when you actually can look at yourself and say, I am the problem.
Yes.
I need to change what I'm doing so that we can succeed together.
Yeah.
And not a lot of women do that. I actually, salute you for being able to say, I can sacrifice McDonald's, I can sacrifice this, and I can try and be a better person, a better wife for my husband, for my marriage. Do you think that actually helped him to realize that, you know, you guys are actually building something, you're trying to get out of debt?
Yes.
And when he got his money, he was assured in a way to say she's not gonna blow it.
I think he was, because he saw like he saw how we used to struggle. And then I remember every time I'd be on my phone like typing, like, please don't tell me you're asking people for money again. So he saw that, and you could see like it's just bringing him down, you know. So, and I didn't like to see him that way, you know. So I really had to look and tell myself, Bonnie, you need to stop. This is not right. The Monate things need to stop. The McDonald's, Spur, breakfast, because we would eat with the pension money. We'd eat breakfast in the morning, lunch, and not cooked. No. No. We'd takeaway.
Wow.
And then dinner. Is that normal?
No,
it's not.
It's not realistic. It's not normal. It's just a highway to a disaster.
It
basically.
is, and it was a disaster. Yeah, it wasn't nice.
And how was your baby? Like, I'm sure you had so much mom guilt looking at your little baby and going through all of this.
Yes, I looked at him and I was like, I can't even buy you milk, my son. Like, this is so painful. I remember I didn't even have nappies. I just had to put on some pants, and then like, it's fine. You know. So
you did what you had to do.
You know, I used to be sad. It made me feel very sad. Like, oh, I can't do this for my child. You know. But I was like, he's young. He doesn't know anything.
So tell me, with all of that, what you guys have went through and stuff, what has been your biggest lesson, and what would you want our besties to get out of this video?
You know this thing when they say build your credit record? I don't think this thing is. I don't know how to call it. It's not right.
It's a lie.
It's a lie. Like a big lie. Like, that's where we started. The TV thing, build your credit record. No. So I would say, if you really, really need something, save up. Save and save and save and save. And then what I would say as well is tell your money where to go to. Yeah, do that. You know, spend wisely. If you don't need something, you don't buy it.
Don't want to need it.
Yes, exactly. Don't want to need it. I'm just letting you it. Don't want to need it.
Because we want so many things and we turn them into needs. You're like, oh my gosh, I need a McDonald's. You don't need it. You want it. You're just making it a need.
You know, I used to like buy expensive perfumes, and my husband was like, Yardley will do. Buy Yardley.
It really does.
Scandal is 2,000 something or 1,000 something. Buy Yardley. It's fine. You know, I really had to learn.
You basically learned to be disciplined.
Yeah, I did. I'm so disciplined,
which is great.
It is great.
You're both working now, right?
Yes.
So do you guys have a budget? Are you budgeting? Are you committed to that budget?
Yeah, I'm that person now. If you go through the toll gate and I had 20 rand, I want my change. I need my 50 cents. Because the other time I went through the toll gate and the lady's like, I don't have 50 cents. I was like, no, I'll wait. I need my 50 cents. Because if I come and ask you, I don't have.
I'm short 50 cents. They're going to tell you, sorry, just park over there.
Yes. You know, so I said, I need my 50 cent change. So that's me now.
That's who you are.
And I like it that way.
I am so proud of you right now. I actually am. I'm so grateful that you actually wanted to share your story. People drown in debt and they don't say anything, right? But also saying people are drowning in debt is not necessarily like it doesn't give you the full picture of how did you end up drowning in debt? What exactly did you do? And we're not sharing this to judge you or to like open a platform for people to judge you. It's just to say it can happen to anyone.
It can.
And it starts so small. It took a TV.
It took just a TV.
It took a TV and everything just snowballed. And because of that, you found yourself in a very horrible situation. You both were smart enough, though, to know that we need to get out of this.
Yes.
And it took some time to get there, but you guys got there. And that's what I appreciate about your story. So thank you for taking your time,
you so much.
for being here. But before I let you go, I just want to ask, so what happened to the 2 bedrooms? Are you still staying in there?
No. We moved back to the 1 bedroom, and then we were like, you know what? Let's maintain our lifestyle first. You know, for now we can't afford the 1 bedroom. Let's do that. You know, water is, we don't even pay water. we just pay the electricity, and we can see, okay, we can budget, okay, this is how much electricity we use per month. So we're basically living on budget, you know, and that's exciting. It's very exciting.
It's your life.
Yes.
And nobody has to like it.
No.
You guys are comfortable. You guys are happy. That's all that matters.
Fine. Yeah, that's true.
I
Yeah.
love that a lot,
Yeah.
man. I feel like I'm just watching like a manifestation of what we've been trying to do with this whole series, because we try to keep up with the Joneses, and it's not necessary.
It's not necessary. Because
It
I
really
remember there was a
isn't.
time where they were like, oh, banyetsi now they don't afford the lifestyle. You see? And then we felt bad.
Yes. Because also you don't want to let people down.
You see?
You want to live up to their stupid expectations.
Exactly.
That mean nothing to you, but you still want to show up and say,
True.
well, we're married, we got 2 cars, we got 3 babies, and we still eat breakfast at Woolies Cafe every day.
You see?
Is that necessary?
No.
It's not.
It's not. It's not.
It really isn't. So thank you for being here, for sharing your story.
Thank you so
I really
much.
appreciate it. And it's nice to meet you finally in person. I don't think I said this, but she's like the OG bestie. I hope you guys learned something from this video. Let us know in the comment section down below what's your key takeaway. And remember, the point is not to judge each other. The point is to share that real life story. You know, what drowning in debt looks like, and what getting out also looks like. What are you doing different to get out of debt or to stay out of debt? Because getting out is one thing. You need to also stay away. That's a whole different process on its own. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you guys on our next episode. Bye, besties. What if I change this lens? Let's do that.
You see, when like I used to have a YouTube channel, I was like, no.
Okay, but I need this a little brighter.
The time you were shooting with Aisha, was it like during the day? Oh,
But we're not using lights at the time.
oh, okay. No. You want it to be what, like bright?
Like as bright, and then
Oh,
the
como
picture
rao
is
kube-
darker.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
The only thing I have issues with this light is it's a shadow. I have to make a sacrifice. Go find the lamp quickly. Okay. We're gonna go back to our normal setting. With this thingy, like that background, I don't like that the pictures thing. I don't like that.
Okay.
It's too busy. Okay, that doesn't look too bad.
Is it better?
Please check the focus, because I can't see that far.
You guys are horrible out of focus.
When he says that. If it's a catastrophe, you know he's lying. All the time. Like if it's far off, you know.
Forget the glass.
No.
What are the glass?
No.
Where's the part?
Because they have the blue thing.
Oh,
Then you don't see my eyes, you just see the blue reflecting thing on it, which is very annoying.
Okay.
Are you ready?
yeah. Wait. Okay.
Shameless plug. Listen, if you have a business,
No, I don't. I
mention
wish
the
I had.
business. You don't yet. Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.